call them panther cubs. I don't hear too much about SNCC, but half of my upbringing come out of SNCC too. And so I'm a SNCC cub also. But I'm also a thug life, member of the thug life. And a lot of people don't realize the roots of that and where we came from with it. Similar to, you could check out a movie called Bastards of the Party. That was produced by a Blood and a Crip, who were the people who started the truce after the LA riots. They did a movie about how the Crips and the Bloods are the leftovers of the 60s and the 70s when there was a war in the movement. And so we were left to scatter the earth, unchecked in many cases. But in a lot of cases, checked. And we came up under the strategies and the training and the, all of those blessings of the movement. But a lot of my friends who might be quote unquote children of the movement were victims in a way where their parents did not continue to do that. And their parents, went underground, not in the way we all think of underground. They went underground, like they just went, and they didn't have their kids involved in it. So some of my cousins and stuff, they never got down with revolutionary thought or whatever that is, right? Whose parents were in the movement. And then you had whole communities who had the influence of what the brothers and sisters of the Panthers and Black Power organizations, were being, influenced by those things that those brothers and sisters did, but didn't have, the leadership was torn apart. So we think about COINTELPRO and we stopped thinking about it at a certain date. But they didn't stop thinking about it at any date. They still on the mission, which is to prevent any, advancement of the Black, people and people of color in general. I mean, the poor people in general. So just wanted to say that a lot of times we have to continue to think about what is their strategies, what are they doing next, because we weren't able to connect the decades like the enemy was able to connect the decades and be like, okay, then we're going to put crack in the play. Then when that's in play, we're going to understand the prison industrial complex and make it so the little babies in third grade are lined up and ready to go. But we were hurt, and it is there is, of course, no blame on what my parents, and the people of their time did, because they stepped up to the plate during their time. It was their time to do it, and they did it. And we're in our time, and I'm not doing it. And when we tried, we got shot up and killed. When Tupac was on my jacket, he's the son of Mutulu Shakur. Stepson of Mutulu Shakur. Gaddafi is also on my jacket. He's the son of BLA, member Sekou Odinga, who I hear was out here. So anybody seen Sekou Odinga, you were blessed. You know what I'm saying? We only heard legendary tales of Sekou, but you imagine Mutulu and Sekou and the Bushes together, in the 60s, and then you look at Gaddafi and Pop, together riding in their time, getting the results of a war of the COINTELPRO. They were just, it's all connected, and it still is. But we gotta connect our dots and see what did we do when the crack game came into effect? How did we respond? What can we do differently? How do we use the dregs of the war to our benefit? And I hear what Elder was saying about the police, but I don't think we really even need to really put a lot of energy into the police. I feel like we need to put more energy into our own community and start going into our own neighbors' homes, start having discussions on how do we make it right around here, you know, and because there's no system they can create out of what they have that's gonna benefit us. So we have to begin to create our own systems. And I hate to say have to do anything. We don't really have to do anything. I really think we need to go to our people and get information from them about what they think about a solution we need to be doing in order to make